The movie unfolds with Warren Monroe offered $1 million to defend a criminal, but she turns it down. Then Warren's younger brother William appears, vying for the mayoral position in New York City. Their father, Archer Monroe, a wealthy businessman, struggles to breathe while walking in the woods. Despite reaching his car, he tragically dies on the drive home. Soon, Lauren learns of her father's death while at a press conference, leaving her devastated. Afterward, the siblings briefly talk, with William sharing their father's pride in Lauren and discussing relocating their mother closer to them. Lauren visits her father's office, recalling fond memories of him teaching her chess and drawing parallels between the game and life's complexities. A few days later, the family attorney Harold arrives to announce that Archer has designated Lauren's mother, Catherine, as the new CEO. William receives $20 million, while Lauren is given only $1 million for unknown reasons. The remaining $50 million is earmarked for donations to police and medical schools. Later, Harold speaks with Lauren privately and gives her a package left by her father. Inside, she finds a USB drive and a set of keys. She uncovers a video message from her late father, urging her to uphold a hidden truth, and expresses regret for not revealing it while alive. Lauren then ventures into the woods to uncover the truth, but is stopped by her concerned husband, who worries about her safety. But she manages to head into the woods, where she finds a locked door of a bunker. Using the key, she unlocks it, revealing stairs to a basement. Upon entering, Lauren finds a door and discovers a restrained man. Startled by his sudden movement, she backs away and flees the bunker. Once home, she considers calling the cops, but is interrupted by her brother. Later that evening, she looks at a childhood photo with her father and reflects on a past argument. Archer had asked her to represent his wealthy friends in court, but she had refused, unwilling to defend criminals. The next morning, Lauren returns to the bunker, this time armed with a gun. Upon entering, she finds the man asleep and discreetly takes his fingerprints for identification. Just then, he opens his eyes, forcing her to retreat quickly. Soon, Lauren returns with a face mask and asks the man his name. To her surprise, he knows details about her family, including her birthday, her brother's name, and her marriage against her father's wishes. Impressed by his knowledge, she removes her mask and asks again. Instead of answering, the man asks if she is a good person. When she confirms, he insists she should free him. Lauren remains skeptical, suspecting he must have committed a serious offense to warrant his imprisonment. She tries to grasp the situation, but the man first demands a luxurious meal and a bottle of scotch, along with a shave. Lauren threatens to leave him confined forever, but he knows her conscience won't allow it. So Lauren hands him a razor before leaving. Back home, she scans the fingerprints and sends them to her family friend Detective Emilio Sanchez, requesting a quick check. Afterward, she buys all the items the man requested and returns to the bunker. Overwhelmed with joy after years of confinement, he devours the delicious food with tears in his eyes. Lauren offers him a chocolate bar, which makes him even more emotional. He recalls how her father would give him a single square of chocolate once a year, leaving the rest untouched to taunt him after devouring all the food. He finally reveals his identity as Morgan Warner, then takes her hand and apologizes, saying it's been a long time since he had human contact. Morgan reveals that he met Archer 3 decades ago, and quickly formed a friendship over their shared interests in gambling, money, and women. Their bond led to a business partnership. One midnight, while Morgan was in the passenger seat, Archer was heavily drunk and hit a pedestrian who died on the spot. Morgan wanted to call the police, but Archer insisted on disposing of the body, claiming it was an accident. After a heated argument, Archer locked him in the bunker. Morgan also reveals Archer's affair with a woman named Sophia, who possessed everything Catherine lacked. Archer referred to Sophia as his Gypsy Rose. To support his claims, Morgan provides Lauren with Sophia's address and urges her to investigate. He also suggests she verify his story with Harold, who had been with Archer for years. Enraged and struggling to process the revelations, Lauren walks away but remains calm. She then contacts Emilio, asking him to verify Morgan Warner's background. Lauren drives to the address and meets Sophia. When asked about her connection to Archer, Sophia reveals they met during a poker game. As they continue chatting, Lauren spots a photograph of a young boy and inquires about him. Sophia then reveals a shocking truth. The boy is her son Alex, who is also Lauren's half-brother. Overwhelmed, Lauren leaves with tears in her eyes. Later, she confronts Harold at his office, furious for keeping such a significant secret from the family. Harold replies that he has a duty to maintain confidentiality. When Lauren asks if there's any more hidden information, he assures her there's nothing else that could harm her. Harold insists he will keep the rest of the information hidden and suggests that Lauren move on. Later, Lauren asks her mother if she knows Morgan Warner, but the name doesn't ring a bell. That night, she returns to the bunker to seek more information. She asks Morgan about the location of the pedestrian's body that her father buried. In response, Morgan proposes a deal. He'll take her there if she grants him his freedom. Though hesitant at first, Lauren ultimately agrees and they venture outside. Morgan's emotions surge as he steps out of the bunker for the first time in years. He can hardly believe he's finally free. Following Morgan's directions, Lauren drives to the woods, and after a while, they arrive at the burial site, where she immediately begins digging. Her worst fears are confirmed when Lauren uncovers a human skull, validating Morgan's claims. Overwhelmed, she reburies the remains and returns to the bunker. She orders Morgan to put his metal collar back on, but he pleads with her not to betray him, appealing to her identity as an honest lawyer. He urges her not to repeat her father's cruelty and shares his own pain, revealing he missed his mother's funeral due to his confinement. He pleads with her to let him live out his remaining years in peace, promising to disappear from their lives without causing harm. Despite his heartfelt plea, Lauren feels uncertain and apologizes before leaving. Later, she calls the detective to check on any information about Morgan Warner, but he informs her it may take a few more days. The next day, Lauren visits her brother's office, seeking advice under the pretense of a court case. She poses a hypothetical scenario, asking what he would do about someone who knows all the secrets and poses a threat. William responds with two options: dispose of the person's body in a river or pay them to disappear forever. After careful thought, Lauren returns to the bunker with a bag and makes Morgan promise to vanish forever once he leaves. She instructs him to get ready for his departure, assuring him he'll be freed that night. Then she approaches Harold, requesting that he arrange $1 million in a private jet for the person her father wronged. Though Harold questions her motive, Lauren chooses not to disclose it. As Morgan prepares to leave, she asks if her father mentioned anything about her. He reveals that Archer was very proud of her, but disapproved of her opposing his friends. Morgan then reveals another secret: her brother William has been bribing the union representatives. Furious, Lauren confronts him, and William admits that even their father used bribery to secure her position as district attorney. Lauren slaps him and walks away, warning him not to deceive her again. She drives back to the bunker to clean up and discovers a bottle of poison under the bed. Meanwhile, Emilio finds Morgan's file and delivers it to Lauren's home that evening. When Catherine arrives, she opens the package, but soon Lauren stumbles upon her mother, looking at a picture of Carson Thomas. Lauren clarifies that his real name is Morgan, explaining her father's prolonged brutality on him. But Catherine shares a shocking revelation: the man is actually a ruthless serial killer. Her mother further learns that Lauren released Morgan in a state of panic. Soon, Lauren discovers Harold and the pilot dead at the airport. Realizing Morgan is now after her mother, she speeds home, but doesn't see her mom. She returns to the bunker and finds her mother lying unconscious. Then Morgan suddenly turns off the lights and ties up Lauren. Soon after, Morgan reveals the truth to her. He was the one who poisoned her father, leading to his death. He also recounts the night he gave Catherine a pill and assaulted her. Archer caught Morgan in the act, leading him to drive Morgan to the bunker. Morgan distracted Archer, causing them to collide with a pedestrian. Further revelations show that Morgan buried the body himself. When Morgan attempted to frame Archer, he retaliated and confined him to the bunker. Now he wants revenge, watching them suffer the same fate he endured for 3 decades. He reveals his plan to destroy the family's reputation by exploiting the secrets he knows about each member. He further reveals himself to be Lauren's biological father, leaving her in disbelief. Just as this unfolds, Catherine regains her senses, grabs a gun from the ground, and shoots him in the head. The movie concludes with mother and daughter dousing the bunker in gasoline and setting it ablaze. Thanks for being with us.